guys have the opportunity to watch the PlayStation specifically
Yes.
with them? You did. Did you hear anything that you said? Jim Ryan. I'm just asking the question. You guys just hear him specifically say anything. Here's the last one, man. He makes the hardware and all that stuff. Yeah. Hey, well, he should and all that crap. So we're gonna start off with that. Start off with that. Dad said he's gonna hop on late. Yeah, he said he's gonna start. I'll open up because I'm hosting. That's right. I never open up. It's me open questions.
You came up with every along the way.
No, I didn't. You didn't notice I haven't done it in probably since the first time I only did it once.
Like I said, you came up with every along the way.
Over a year ago. Oh God, Jesus help us, man.
Did
Along
was it in the past though? Have you done it in the past? That's
Once.
what I'm saying.
Once.
You never said it.
I didn't say that. I did it
Yes, you
once.
did. You said I haven't done it, and then you changed it to I haven't done it for over a year.
Yes.
Changed it.
Okay. Okay. I'm not backtracking.
I didn't say you done that. I said you changed it. You might have reflected and thought, oh yeah,
I
I did do it.
stated.
But I haven't done it in so long.
Yeah, yeah, that's a fact. If you want to say that, okay. I agree with you. Yeah. Yeah. So you guys got all the articles and open up the PlayStation Oh, just go look up the PlayStation 20. And that's all it is, the PlayStation 20. And I mean, you can have that plan, but it's just some of the damage. I think it's an hour and 18 minutes or an hour and 18, something like that. Good. And I want to talk about it, so we're going to talk about the PlayStation and outrage of
Hey, welcome. The gamers DMZ are back in full effect. I must apologize. We did not show up last week, but we are definitely here this week. We are currently missing Double, but he will be joining us shortly. And also, we have the one who shall do his thing. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Now we can hear
Yeah.
you. I was like,
Yep.
oh, did something break?
Welcome. Technology. Sometimes it irritates you. Sometimes it works great. Like I
Exactly.
said, welcome everyone. Introducing everyone, see what they have been playing. Introducing Jazimoto. What's going on?
Hello,
Jazimoto.
hello.
Mega. What's going on?
Hey, doing fine.
Okay. So that being said, let's just talk about some things. What have you guys been playing? Let's start with Jazimoto. What have you been playing this week if you had time?
I have been playing Resident Evil 4. I streamed that last night. And what else? Oh yeah, I was also playing some DDR, some Revolution.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. What else have I been playing? Oh, Counter-Strike, and that's about it. Yep.
That's cool. What about you, Serge?
Oh, I have been playing Hearthstone. I got back into some Xenoverse 2. Been playing my Star Wars. I tried out the Street Fighter 6 demo, which made me want to get it. So got that. So I'll be playing that tomorrow.
So you bought
Say what?
so you bought it?
Mm-hmm. I did a
Yeah.
trade. I was like, I'll buy this and Moto will buy Diablo. So
Okay. OG said you was gonna do that.
mm-hmm.
Oh, he said you were definitely buying Street Fighter.
Because we want
Well, I
both,
wasn't
so
I said it was depending on the demo, and the demo felt like an upgraded Street Fighter 4.
I'm just
Like
telling you. I'm just telling you what OG said. So he was right. He said in the end you was gonna buy that game.
yeah, I never said I wasn't gonna get it. I was eventually gonna get it. My decision was Xbox or PlayStation.
Oh,
And I said it was depending on the demo, so the demo did me right. So, but he predicted correctly. If that's what you want to say,
yeah. He
go ahead.
his crystal ball. So that's good.
He know me in fighting games. I don't
Yeah, that's
pass
the
up
whole.
fighting games. I don't
That's what I.
pass
Yeah, I
up fighting
know.
games. I try to, but it's something about fighting games. I gets down with them, just like you don't like them.
I sure
I
don't.
can't ignore them.
really?
I
I didn't know that.
Juxtapose. It's the juxtapose right there.
Oh
yes.
wow.
You haven't heard us debate fighting games, and I told him there's nothing but glorified button mashers. But he says it's
I'm talking
skill.
about Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat 1.
Glorified button mashers.
And he said no, it's skill combination and up and down and all
Shoot.
this and timing.
If they're
So
playing it
Off the
right.
fly strategy, all that
you
stuff.
go. If he like it, I love it.
Mhm. Yes, sir.
Okay. What about you, Mega?
Well, I play Zelda Breath of the Wild on the Wii U, which is the
You-
predecessor to. Say that again?
Okay, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom as well, right?
Yep,
And you're gonna give us a good rundown on that next week.
yep, yes, I will.
Okay. And what else have you been playing?
I played Final Fantasy VII Remake on the PS4, and I beaten
Nice.
it.
How you like it? Because that was just the part 1, right?
I Yeah, I really like it. Yeah,
Okay.
I think.
Because you couldn't get the only thing I ain't like that you can't get Yuffie and Vincent, the extra characters that was in the original. You can only get them if you have a PS5.
Yeah, I like the like updated version, but yeah,
And
hopefully
I'm
there'll
glad
be
you
at
enjoyed
least
it because I still have yet to
yeah,
play it. I'm waiting until I get a PS5. So
right, yeah. I like how like the developers the execution is really good, which is impressive considering that it's more of a reimagining, and that's a big risk to take.
exactly. Yeah. Which I appreciate because it puts a
Yeah,
whole new spin on it and it gives you interest if you played the first one. So
Still my favorite story. I don't care.
yeah, that's the one that got me into Final Fantasies. Made me go back and play the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo ones.
Okay, so what else? Have you played anything else, Mega?
That's it. That's it.
Okay. Let's
Yeah.
see. What have I been playing?
That's the question.
Yeah, I played Adios because it was a free game, Games for Gold. I played that for a hot second. I'm probably gonna play that to beat it sometime within the week. I pre-ordered Diablo 4, which I'm waiting. Can't wait till next Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, so I guess we gonna get that. I don't know
Yeah.
if we gonna
Nah,
get it pre-ordered or not, but we gonna
yeah,
see.
we'll see. Cause I'm definitely getting it. So,
Well, you may as well order it because I got the skins. That's all. They gave you some free
ooh,
things. Like that's why I pre-ordered.
I like
Just like you
free.
just gotta
Shoot.
order it the week it comes out to
Yeah,
get
the
all
day
the stuff.
before. You actually do it. I think it's the day before.
Okay.
Well, from past experience, it's been the week, but they might have changed their policies. Because whenever I get it within that first week, which is only like literally like 2 days, because it's usually releasing on a Friday. So you get that Friday and Saturday to buy it. And if you don't do it then, you're lost.
Played the Planet of Lana, so I said I'm gonna go back in and play that, and I'm gonna try to beat that. I said what I'm going to do this month, and probably will beat. My goal is to beat at least 5 games, and that's my. It's going to be Resident Evil 3, Planet of Lana, probably Adios, and what's the other game? Also, I'm gonna go back and play Alan Wake because I haven't beat it, so I'm gonna go back and play that to beat it.
Yeah, because you'll get the next one, right?
Right there, I'm definitely getting the next one. So I'm like, let me go ahead and play this and beat it. So that's all I've been doing, or playing more or less. Um, kind of tired though because I don't know if OG told y'all I had a business meeting in Indianapolis, a lunch meeting. So I had to go to Indianapolis this morning and tired.
Oh,
But
that was today. Oh, wow.
yes,
Because
that
he
was
said you had to do it sometime during the week. He didn't say it was
oh, it
like
was
today.
today.
I think he
Yeah,
did tell me it was Thursday, but it didn't
yeah.
click.
That's why I started sending that stuff out to you guys early. I'm like, let me get this
Busy.
out of here. But
Hmm
smooth ride, just all the construction. But needless to say,
Hey,
let's
at
get
least you got it done. You got it in though. So hey,
yeah.
made it there and back safely. That's the
There
best
you
part.
go. There you go. Needless to say, let's start talking about since we didn't, and I was out of town last week. We didn't discuss it, and it would have been great if I was in town, or it'd have been great if they didn't have it when I left town. They being they
Yeah, I'm
didn't
not
have
gonna say nothing, but
if they should have had it when I was out of town, and like I probably since I was 7 hours difference, I couldn't do it at that time because it
Nah,
was
because you would have been wiped because you were
right.
enjoying your vacation, and that'd have
Yeah,
been too much. That would throwing you off, and you wouldn't enjoy it, and
yeah,
you might have wasted a day or two of your money, and no, not worth it.
it wasn't
Go
worth it.
enjoy
All
yourself.
of
Everybody
that.
Yeah,
enjoy your vacation.
and it
Yeah, I
was
was about to say, as long as you have fun with your travels, then
It's not in
yeah.
vain.
I had fun, but needless to say, that's why we didn't podcast last week, and we would have had a good show because unfortunately, all the good stuff happens when I'm gone, and I looked at that.
Literally,
So let's get
I
that.
was. Ooh, I ain't gonna say nothing. No,
Let
no,
let's
no,
get
no shade. I'm
yeah,
just going
let's get
locking the mouth up with the key for that. Let's
let's
move on. Let's
let's
move on.
let's
I
get everyone's opinion on one, and it's something that with the PlayStation Showcase. Couple of questions. Did you guys watch it? Give it a grade, A, B, C, D, or F. If so, why did you rank it as such? Were you impressed with what they showed? But your grading will reflect if you were impressed with it. What did you think of the games? And the only first party game they showed was Spider Man.
literally.
And they spoke and they showed a lot of multiplayer games and a lot of games as a service.
Hmm
And now the Defense Force came
Gas
out.
games.
Yeah. And the Defense Force came out trying to change the narrative, right? What do you
hmm
guys think about the Defense Force changing the narrative?
The Sony defenders.
I don't like hypocrisy. So let's start with Jazz. Did you see Jim Ryan's remarks?
I did not see his remarks. No.
Okay. Did you see him what he said about the well when he introduced the hardware? Did you see any of that?
I saw the hardware at the end. I was watching while I was at work, so I couldn't really.
Oh, you didn't hear. Okay, so
Yeah.
you didn't hear what he said. Okay, but so let's start off with that. What did you think about the overall show?
I thought it was eh, not bad.
Be right back.
Besides the fact that most of them are going to be released elsewhere as well. Um, yeah. I am interested in that cat game. 'Cause I never
Okay,
heard
what?
of it.
Okay,
Cat
that
Quest
was
2.
Yeah.
that was
Cat.
that was.
Hmm.
Hold on. That was my next question. What games piqued your interest
Ye-
outside of that cat game?
um, can't really think of anything.
Alan Wake 2 didn't pique your interest.
Not really. Metal Gear Solid did definitely, but I don't have a
Okay.
PS5, so I'm like, eh. But yeah, Metal Gear. I still haven't even finished the first Spider-Man.
I haven't either, so that's
Oh
funny.
yeah, I
So
lied. Wait, the most excited I am, or the game that makes me the most excited is Dragon's Dogma 2, cause I've been playing that recently. The first one, I lied.
That's not exactly a PlayStation
It's
exclusive.
not. Yeah, that's a point that I made.
Oh, I ran downstairs to turn on the TV,
Yeah,
so I missed that. My bad.
yeah, no
That was
worries,
my fault.
no worries. But yeah, definitely that. Everything else
okay,
is just eh. Like honestly,
Blah.
no shade, but eh. Yeah.
You didn't think Spider Man didn't pique your interest. You just said it was
No,
just the same thing. Oh,
no, not really. Other than it like anchoring Sony, in my opinion. But
Assassin's Creed.
nope,
Hmm. Okay. And you didn't really listen to Jim Ryan.
nope, I couldn't.
Okay. Let's go with Serge. What did you think?
Uh, I really didn't catch. It was something I was trying to. I rewatched the hardware thing, and I was trying to catch what you because you said something to us, and I was trying
Yeah,
to catch what he said
I'm
because I didn't catch it. But the first when he was talking so positive when at the introduction,
right. Give me. You
and
can talk about that too. The introduction.
yeah, the introduction, he was being ultimately positive and like we have the greatest landscape in the hardware and all that, and just talking up like no worries in the game. But then when you see the showcase, it's a bunch of multiplats. The VR look interesting, but I don't know. It does still doesn't condone the cost of it
At all.
to me. But the VR, when they were showing all that VR, it was popping. Like I was interested in some of the VR. Like it looked like what video games should be, like dumb fun. Like
Res-
everything ain't got to be taken so serious, and also it didn't look like it looked like it wasn't the best quality. Like it looked good, but it's
that Resident Evil 4, that got me. I was like, ooh.
the VR mode.
Yes.
Okay, so how much since you went there in VR mode, and you said, "Ooh, how much you think that game should cost?" And if you have it on the PlayStation
I
5
would say
regular,
like 40,
30.
45.
I say 30.
30.
Because
Okay,
it's not
and if
brand
it
new.
exactly.
29.99.
So, do you think you should get a discount if you
Are you saying what game? What are you asking? Because I'm looking at the one that she playing, saying
no,
45 on that.
no, the Resident Evil for VR.
I
So
thought it
if
was
you
just a attachment to the regular game. Is it if it because the way it read, it looked like it was just an extra part for the regular game. But if they make you pay for it, it should only be like $10.
that's
The
my point.
regular upgrade costs. It should not be any heavy cost or anything because if it's like just because it's for PlayStation VR, they can charge for it because
Buying the
it's
game
an
all over
exclusive
again.
thing well, it's an exclusive thing in they network. So I expect them to try and get some kind of money up because they greedy. I'm thinking like the
Uh-huh.
company.
Oh
They
yeah,
shouldn't ask
that's why I
for it,
said 30.
but the most they should ask for is like $10 a regular standard upgrade cost. What it costs to upgrade a game from PS4 to PS5 shouldn't be more than $10. That's my
So,
argument with that.
Anything else you saw?
And the main game, it was funny that that Immortal game, because I was just talking that to OG like a month ago and showing him that, thinking it was a PC exclusive, and the way it came out in the PlayStation Showcase kind of put a bad taste in my mouth, because they did the same thing. It's like, no, like, why do y'all do these with multiplats? Make it think like this is the only place to play it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just so disingenuous. And it's I don't like it. Just put a bad taste in my mouth. Like, yeah, I seen this game. They said it was a new trailer, but I just literally saw that trailer a week before the showcase.
And that's one
Like,
thing that we used to look forward to. Well, in my opinion, specific showcases. What games are you exclusively releasing? And then when you saw the commercial on TV, at the bottom it would say also available on and have like the logo. That's how you would find out.
but the showcase literally used to be about the exclusives. Now everyone's
Exactly.
showing the multiplays.
That's
Like,
exactly.
I
Yep.
like show.
Well,
You're supposed to
well,
be
well,
showing your system off.
Like, what do you
Show
have
well,
to
your system off.
offer?
Like,
well. They also showed their game gas games, so that's another thing. They're pivoting to gas games, and they talked about those. Those are exclusive to their console and PC, not console specific, but console and PC. Their console specific, and well, those so they did kind of did show or spoke about or sent showed you CGI of their games.
yeah, they showed some CGI, but they
Yeah,
showed a decent amount of gameplay. I'm just talking about what they show gameplay for, because
right.
we got you, anybody who listening, we got an unspoken rule. That's why I thought the rule applied, but I forgot. Y'all don't know why we got in that fisticuff about Mortal Kombat. Because the automatic rule is, if it ain't CGI, you ain't really seen the game. So,
Yep. It's just
I
a
mean,
pretty
you got
picture.
to see gameplay to really see the game. They could do whatever they want in CGI, but the gameplay can be completely different. We've seen it time and time again. So the basic rule is, you haven't seen the game unless you've seen the game. Movie scenes and all that stuff does not count to actually seeing the actual game in motion on the console, because they also do the trick of putting it on the PC when they should be playing it on the console and making it look all pretty to make sales. Ugh.
Okay.
But we should
But
get to Mega, because Mega hasn't said
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
That
I
was
want
in my
to.
head as well.
That's what I was going to Mega and ask him. What did he think of it overall? What game stood out to you?
All right, now it's my turn. So here's my take on the PlayStation Showcase. So I feel like overall the showcase was just okay.
Oh, stop,
Um,
stop. I apologize. Let's go back to Jazz. What did you rank it?
Ha.
You didn't give it a
Oh,
grade.
we sure didn't. None of us did
No,
that.
right. So that's why I apologize. Jazz, what did you give it?
I would say
Overall, I
every
would say seven.
Okay, 7. Surge,
I said C, which is more like a
7. 7.
yeah, six
Okay.
point
Uh,
five to a
6
seven.
point,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're grading it on the curve, we'll call it a C. But actually, that's
Yeah.
a C
Yeah, because
because
it wasn't anything good. It was stuff good, but it was also a lot of mediocre.
It
So I
wasn't.
give you a solid
Woo!
neutrality.
okay.
You didn't do a
Uh,
horrible job, but you could have did better.
okay, so let's step back and go to Mega. What are your thoughts?
all right. So the only games that really caught my attention were Metal Gear Solid Alpha, Snake Eater,
Hmm?
and I think I should mention is that
But that was CGI, right?
yeah, that
No,
was
Yeah,
CGI,
I'm
but
just
just
excited
knowing
for
the
the
fact.
more
game.
so the announcement
Yep.
than
Snake Eater.
Yeah. Another thing is that it was like rumored that that Metal Gear may be coming back, or like the other games that's like a remake, and it's like, hey, it's confirmed, but yeah. Another game is Final Fantasy 16. However, we already know that game, and what the gameplay looks like. So it's not really like, a big surprise. It's like, okay, yeah, sure, you're showing more Final Fantasy 16. Okay.
care less about that game. But anyway,
um, there's another there's another game that a lot of people were saying, hey, this kind of looks like a rip off of Splatoon, and that's Foam Stars.
Yeah, that foam stars. I was just talking about to OG about that earlier. That is a straight Platoon ripoff. Straight.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up.
but we but I kind of want to see like, more of the game since it only shows like, just the general gameplay. Like what other stuff is in like the core gameplay, like that fleshes out the gameplay, like, are there different weapons? Are there different abilities? Are there different stages?
But stop. I didn't. It was that CGI as well.
That was not CGI.
Wasn't okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so overall, what did you give it?
Overall, I give it a C. It's not bad showcase, but it's not good either. I still feel like that it did as a showcase, it did its job by showing like a variety of different games of different genres, but it just ended up being like yeah, okay to me.
So
Okay.
what's your number to go along with your grade? Your
Yeah.
letter.
6.5.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you about like with me. 6.5.
Okay. So with all of us as a collective, it's gonna be a 6 point. uh,
Across the
uh,
board for the
no,
DMZ.
no, no. It's gonna be a 6.75. If you two ranked at 6.5, I'm
Oh,
gonna go.
oh,
I'm gonna go.
oh.
I'm gonna go with Jazz and say 7,
All
and
right.
so that gives it overall a 6.75.
All right. You
Needless
gotta
to
you
say,
gotta hit the elbow salt. I see
yeah.
you.
But what I want to point out is a couple of things, and ask you guys this before I go into a little bit deeper discussion and get your guys' opinion. What did you think of the Q?
Of
The
Q?
Q system.
Yeah, the PlayStation Q, the little handheld.
That's what it's
Yeah.
called?
It's Project Q, I think, whatever it is.
I
It's
think you
that's the
yeah, what I a blip in my memory. Because you had to remind me it was there after I looked at it 10 minutes before we got on the podcast.
So what you guys think of it? Project Q, that's what it's called.
I am so uninterested in that. I'm like, I wish it was a handheld. I wish it was a PSP, a replicant, or
Well,
something to compete with the
To
actual
me,
mobile market and not be something that's
the
that
fact
in house. You know,
okay. What were you gonna say, Mega?
I was about to say, to me, the fact that it's only cloud based kind of kills it for me.
It's not cloud based.
You you sure?
I'm 100% positive.
Well, I
You
think actually no, it's remote play, right?
exactly. So
Yes,
it
it's
plays it
remote
Not
up.
play.
new.
Yeah.
So you pretty much have to be like you have to be somewhat close to the
in
system
range of it,
itself.
in
No, you
range of
have
it,
to be in your Wi-Fi. So
in
anywhere,
range of it,
right?
in range of your personal dome of your house. So you could be in the backyard on the patio, you could be in the kitchen,
Oh
but
wow.
you could be within your house
Only
and probably like around the patio areas and in the garage, maybe sit in the car and be on the garage. But no,
that's
that's
definitely
it.
not worth it to me. Absolutely not.
That's
Yeah.
why I said it was an
Well,
afterthought.
Absolutely
well,
not.
well. Let me put some pointers in. What I think is that this is, and I'm saying this because I think they're going to have an app on there where if you leave your PlayStation in sleep mode, that you can be, and it's all based on latency to me because if I'm in another city and I want to play my
Mm,
PlayStation through the
And
app
the
and it go through
and the
wireless through the
piggyback and the
hotel
pinging.
and then it
Mm.
go through right. That's why I said that's a late. That's still going to
definitely.
be a latency issue. So I don't see how they're going to get around it. Now, here is my thing, and let me ask Serge
Yo,
if, and I'm asking you this to see if you can pick one I'm gonna say because you guys know how I like the game, and if I'm sitting in my house, why won't I get that?
well, you got the disposable income and the
No,
customers
no,
to
no,
get it.
no, no. I said why
Because
will
you
I?
can walk
No,
your
nope.
butt to play it.
Say it again. You
You
almost
said,
there.
"Why would
Cause
I
you can walk
sarcastically?"
your.
Why would
I
I
know you
not
said it
get it?
sarcastically, but I
Why would
answered
I
it
not
seriously.
get it?
I'm
No,
joking,
right.
but
I know, but why would I not get it?
you would not get it
If
because you have a tablet and the
no,
Xbox.
not no. Say it
What?
again here.
I
No, here's
know.
my point.
Ooh, ooh.
Go ahead, Jazz.
Number
Jazz got it. Go ahead.
number one, because you can just go in the house and play it if you're that close.
Exactly. Why am I going to use
First
it?
and
And
foremost, if you only
because I
limit it to
told
your
you guys,
The
patio,
only thing I'm thinking about is
I
like when you
can't
in the
do it.
bed, but you got
Oh
your
yeah.
I
tablet.
can do that
But my
on my
TV,
You want to
phone.
sit
I
on the
can do that on
toilet,
my
but you got your
tablet with
tablet.
I
Game
ain't doing that.
Like,
Pass.
I ain't doing
no,
that. I ain't
I
doing
don't
that.
do that either.
So
But people
my
do do
point I'm
that.
making, maybe my point is, and I've told you guys before, I'm not sharing my screen with anybody. So
No,
why would I want to share a little bitty screen in my house and I got a big TV I can play on? So that's not going to happen.
and it's very
If-
limited
if
when
you-
you can use
right,
it. The only way you
right.
would want it is if you could use it
And
on
I'm
your
in my house.
travels.
Right. Well, and that's the point. That's why I can't wait till the 13th and I get my ROG Ally. So when I leave town again, I'll be able to play it. And I have my laptop, but still, I'll have the games dedicated, loaded on that, and I can just go wherever I want to go, play on the plane, do this, that, and the other.
Hmm.
So that's going to be fun. But I don't see where the I don't see who's going to buy it. I don't see who they're catering to for this because it wouldn't be me. I
Or
rarely play
me,
I don't
because
see
I
it.
got to get a whole PS5 to be able to use that. And I'm not gonna buy nothing extra until I get a PS5.
Here's the
Mm-mm.
thing. Now I want to go on a couple of points before I forget them to make sure and to discuss the whole PlayStation showcase. And the reason why I gave it a 7, I didn't see anything that they said that was different. That, like you said, they were when they what people have been led to believe, and what the gamers who love PlayStation 5 have always said. We are the home of the first party games, and we get our first party games, and they're better than everybody. We get 2 or 3 games a year. Now PlayStation is pivoting. So I'm gonna go with Yoda on this. Yoda has always said, Star Wars reference, the
Hmm.
play the PlayStation gamer is going to have to do what? Unlearn what they have learned.
Yeah.
Agree? So
Yeah.
now
Yep.
Yeah.
they have to unlearn what they have learned. They have been focused on a mindset of only thinking that they're going to get these first party games in what they call bangers. And that's
Yeah.
subjective. And that's subjective. But Jim Ryan came out there and see, this is why I wish you guys had listened in the beginning. He started talking about people. I think people are very mistaken
I was
about
trying to listen to hear how
right,
you
right,
hear
right.
me.
But
It
I'm gonna
was
get that
hard.
right,
It's
right.
hard.
But what? But see, Jazz was at work, so I can understand that.
So,
Uh,
well, yeah.
well, you were at work too, but what?
But I tried again and I didn't hear it. That's my fault.
Well,
I was
here's
about to
here.
say that, but I was
So
like,
I'm
I
gonna
did
say,
just listen to it again.
well, people are mistaken or they're not understanding what Sony is. Oh, they're this great gaming company. Sony is a hardware company. They make a lot of money. Well, they're trying to make money off hardware. That's why they repackage them little headphones they're selling because they already sell headphones. They just
Mhm.
repackaging the Sony headphones and calling them PlayStation headphones.
The
They're
PlayStation AirPods.
whatever you want to
Mhm.
call them, but
Exactly.
All these didn't
they're just
sell. Reship
Ding
them.
ding
We got to get
ding.
rid of this stuff. Fix
Give
it's
him a
that.
new
just
look.
it's just a repackage. It's repackaged. And the headphones that they sell, repackaged, whatever those headphones they sell is Sony brand. Sony's a hardware company. And that little uh, Project Q, all it is a leftover TV screen because you know they're a TV manufacturer, right? So
Hmm.
that leftover LCD when they cut the panels out and they
Yep.
cut them
And they
out,
get
that's
them
that
little blocks
leftover
out.
screen, and they put some controllers on there. They're trying to maximize and reduce waste. That's the only thing that I see with that. Now, the thing that I wanted you guys to pay attention to, because in the beginning, you guys have to understand he contradicts himself. People don't listen. I like to listen to what people say, but Jim Ryan first when he first came out there, he said. Um, we are just scratching the surface of the PS3, right? And the developers, right? Then he just
PS4
listen to it.
or 5.
He did say the PS5, whatever it is, I don't care. But then,
Current gen. He was,
but now there's rumor that he's going to put another PS5 Pro why would you put a Pro out if they're just scratching the surface? And you get my point. Now you're
yeah.
trying to put a Pro out, now you're just scratching the surface. That doesn't
Maybe
make
that's
sense.
just scratching the surface, bringing out the pro.
And here's the thing, and I know, I promise you, when I say this, you guys are going to agree with me 101%. I guarantee you. He said, and I'm like, wow, that explained everything that he knows his client base. If when you re-listen to that video, when he starts talking about hardware, when he says goodbye, he says, "Thank you for your unwavering support." And when he said
See, I
that,
Y'all ain't
told you,
going
I
nowhere.
felt,
I
I,
I could if I
when
focus. I could if I
when
focus.
I like to pick up on
That's
what people say,
funny.
and
Cause I do that, but I didn't do it in the
when
video. For some
right,
reason, I
when
didn't do it on that video.
he
You will
said that,
love me
it
no matter
explained
what.
it. Right. When he said that,
We can
I
do
was
no wrong.
it was like, you guys are going to support us no matter what. And when he said that, you look at that PlayStation fan base, they support them no matter what. And I
Which
find
is
that
crazy to me.
big crazy. Now,
I
getting
want
back
to
to,
get my bang for my
hold
buck. I
on,
don't want to
hold
just
on, hold
go.
on.
Okay, yep. So you got
Let's
a
get
point.
back out. I want
Hmm.
to get into what I
Hmm.
found to be the most craziest thing. Now, we are all adults, right? Now, I could see Mega doing this, but Mega wouldn't do it because I tell Mark to punch Mega upside his head.
Yeah,
But
because you
did
don't
you see?
understand how much youth
Right,
affects you.
right. But these are grown people, and I'm not going to name these people because I found this to be the most. I like
A-
gaming
I was going to
for my
say
leisure.
asinine.
Well, I saw a character. I'm not going to name him. Dressed up, thinking this PlayStation showcase was going to be so great. The person dressed up as Solid Snake, or
Hey,
was
you
it
got it.
he dressed up like, was it Solid Snake?
Yep,
And I'm
that's
like,
funny.
no, no, you didn't. And then you had two or three other characters getting upset. Like, I'm just amazed at grown people over 25 years old clowning on YouTube or whatever, talking about, oh, this, Sony let us down, this. I mean, actually upset. We have bigger problems in this world. We use this to be access to our leisure and have fun. But at no time will you ever see me clown and act like anybody like that you can see getting upset, crying. What am I cry for?
Very emotional about
I'm not.
these things. They are.
They are
Some
too.
people are.
Yeah.
Some, not
But
all. Some.
when you yeah, some. But when you see this character dress up as Solid Snake and put the bandana around his head, has his fatigue jacket on, I was done. I'm like, are you kidding me? This is a grown person.
I
Are you
admit it can be fun, but it's certain limits to it.
you
I
will
might
Politics.
have
okay,
Like,
a
calm
okay,
baseball
down.
cap or a
okay,
t-shirt.
okay,
I might
okay.
have a
That's
t-shirt on or something,
okay.
but
I don't have a problem with
total
I don't
garb. I don't know.
I don't know. No, I don't have a problem with you doing that. Even if you want to say, you know what, I'm going to play paintball or something. Let me dress up like that, or Halloween.
True.
That's in the moment. But I'm not going to clown on YouTube TV. Somebody copy that. That's you captured in 3D clowning. You will never catch me doing it. That's all I can say. I have
I
a
I
standard
have
and
difficulty doing. You might catch Jazz doing. She like dressing up on
but but but
playing with her
but
father.
that's I can, well, let me put it like this. I can guarantee you she wouldn't look at a video like that and clown.
True. She'll
That's
just
my
do it because she wants to
Yeah.
do it,
right,
but she
right,
Just,
won't do it because this event do it. Oh, I gotta dress up for this event.
yep.
Like,
right,
let me put my
Do it because
tuxedo
I'm
on for the
having
event.
fun.
right. I'm not.
Hmm.
But when you see grown people like this crying, upset, profanity based, everything, every
No.
other word, they are clowning. And I'm like, oh my goodness, these are grown people. But and so
Honestly, to
that,
me, that's childish to me. Really,
what did I
I
just
think
say?
so.
What did I just say?
Uh,
Said earlier. If you did it, it would be plausible. But if you did do it, I'd tell OG to pop you upside your head. Yes. Yes.
I understand. I understand. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't see that. I mean, you are taking things way, those type of people, I just don't, I think they can do things that are dangerous. That's all. I'm not saying they would, but if you put that much energy into something and you clown like that,
It's a possibility you don't have a firm grip on
there's
reality.
something. Hey, you don't have a firm grip on something. And then,
That's a good way to put it.
what did you guys think about? And I always tell people, I said this
Streams
a
ago.
couple of yeah streams ago. I said when you're trying to dig a grave for somebody, dig two. Dig the one you're trying to dig for somebody, and dig one for yourself.
You
Because when
always
you
say that.
go
You say that
right,
almost
and
every stream.
but you know what? I'm leading into it. Who was out here complaining about Halo and all these other games having development problems? And then you turn around and uh, factions is having a problem, and they had to restart over, and they were having problems with the multiplayer. You heard about that? The Last of Us
No.
faction.
Oh
Yeah, I
wow.
didn't hear.
Oh no, I didn't hear nothing about no Last of Us. Because that was a
Keep it
new
hush hush.
standalone game that they
Yeah,
was trying
no,
to get off the ground.
and they postponed it. I,
Oh,
I sent y'all the link. I
oh.
sent you the link. Look at the email I sent you
Yeah,
guys.
the Last of Us multiplayer game.
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were trying to do a standalone Last of Us game based off the PvP, which I
and
did enjoy the PvP on Last of Us.
but they had to postpone it. And I thought you guys. I thought I sent that to you guys. No, I know I sent it.
yeah, you did. It's on the podcast document.
Right.
Yeah, talking points. Mm, mm, mm,
Oh,
mm.
And
I
they
opened it and I did not see. I looked dead at it and didn't read. Reading is
right.
fundamental, kids. Don't ever forget.
And and that was the point of Bungie had to come in and correct him and say, no, this is not going to work. And so
Mm.
it's not coming out this year.
Oh wow,
So that's
that's
where I
a hit.
said,
That's a hit to the gut right there. I wish I would have read
right,
that. My bad.
yeah. So again, I go back to my digging graves. When you wish bad on somebody, wish bad on yourself too. So never wish bad on somebody because whatever you wishing bad on, it can come back to you.
Hmm.
And so these people now, that's why they changed the narrative.
Two grave scenario. Oh, you would. That's a weird pause.
Yes. No, I mean, I was just trying to get you guys to give a second to peruse it and give your thoughts on what do
I
you.
think that's very unfortunate. The fact that they are failing on their multiplayers because they talked all this game about having the best of everything, but and you shouldn't
Mhm.
have to postpone anything. And if you postpone this is why this is quiet because I haven't heard anything about this. Usually, it's everywhere,
That's
and
the
I'm trying to get
same.
more
Hush hush.
Didn't you? Well,
gaming news in my algorithm. So I'm gonna need you to
yeah,
be tossing me
yeah,
more stuff like how I've been shooting you messages on Twitter. Shoot me a message on Twitter. I see you
yeah.
better.
Okay. 'Cause, yeah, I try to put it in at you guys, but
Yeah, you at me, and then I look at it, but then sometimes it's like, it take me a while to get to it because sometimes I click it, and then you know how Twitter is about having to pull it. Or you got to click on a
yeah,
certain way and pull it up, and I start the process, and then I get pulled at work to do something. But if you send me a message with the whole line, I can see the whole line, and I'll. It's easier to see it presents better. You can just scroll right through it, and it's way easier to get into. But I'm getting
that's what
better at
it
that Twitter. But Jazz, what you think? That's what he was about to say.
About what specifically?
I'm just saying, what did you think about The Last of Us being canceled?
I
Hmm.
thought.
I mean, not canceled, but postponed.
I think it's funny. As you said. Oh, I thought I had that link up. Sorry about that. Um, but no, how it's backtracking or contradicting things that they said earlier. Like, oh, you can't backtrack a game. Fact is, games nowadays take a lot more effort and resources, It's inevitable. Just don't talk mess when somebody else does
Now,
it.
let me give you another part of that. I give them credit for stopping the game, but
Mm-hmm.
I never, in my opinion, felt as though Naughty Dog knew how to develop a multiplayer game. Yet everybody clowned on Redfall because of the multiplayer, and
Yeah.
yeah, so it's always a double standard. But I do say, because I think Serge, you said you liked Naughty Dog's Last of Us
Yeah.
multiplayer.
Me and
I
a buddy, Joker, or yeah, Whiskey Wise guy on Xbox.
Yeah, I know.
We used to play that all the time. Like between that and Max Payne multiplayer, those two multiplayers were like I feel like they were very underrated.
Okay, well, I have problems with the multiplayer because to me, if you're gonna have a multiplayer game and you're gonna call yourself making it a shooter, if the mechanics for the gun is not there, it's not fun. And I've never played on even The Last of Us single player gun mechanics are kind of
Hmm.
still off.
They were calibrated very different for the PvP. It was more. It felt more like Drake
Yeah, it
on the
did.
So to
PvP
say
Yeah,
it's similar
on
to
Last of Us.
Uncharted because same
yeah, that's
developer.
right. I
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
meant,
cause
felt more
Drake.
like
Yeah.
I,
Uncharted.
I,
Yeah, I said
yeah,
Drake. It felt
yeah,
more like Uncharted because
yeah.
they tuned it
That's
for a faster pace
yeah,
play
that's
on the PvP.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, and Uncharted sucked to me. I'm sorry. I mean, not the game. The single player was good. The actual, and I do like the
Yeah, because
Uncharted.
I didn't like the Uncharted. I liked the Last of Us because it felt like Last of Us, but they made it faster. Like you could make weapons on the fly real quick, and the reticle wasn't as heavy. It was
Okay,
easier to move the reticle and aim and stuff. They made it more fast paced in PvP because it's like when you get to the end of the game of Last of Us, your reticle you can shoot well. It's just you got to level it up.
yeah,
So it's in the game. It's just hard to get the gun going because it's all about the melee and the struggle of the game. But the PvP, they give you all the stuff. Your gun moves good, and it feels like Uncharted, but it's finer tuned.
okay,
It was highly enjoyable. It was.
okay,
It was highly enjoyable. It was a surprise that they had a PvP that was playable because I was
interesting.
very reluctant to play it.
Okay, so enough of that. What did you guys think of, or have you read? I know I sent a link. Do you think it's rightfully so that Sony is being investigated in not Ukraine? Is it Romania?
South Korea.
Romania,
Oh,
no,
Was
Ro-
it?
Romania. He's talking about the investigation.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh
this is the
wait, here
article
it
you
is.
said you were
Yeah.
including because I sent it to you.
Bam.
You said you were already included. What was that? Yeah.
what do you think? Do you think Sony days are numbered? I don't, but
I
do you
don't,
I
but
don't
think?
I
think
think
their
it's
days
about.
in number. I think it's time
I
for them to
mean,
go
Yeah.
days.
off.
I think what I mean by let me rephrase days are numbered, meaning that more countries are going to start investigating the
Oh
invest.
yeah, definitely. And Jazz, you was about to say something.
Yeah. I was saying. I forgot he had made a comment. I was gonna branch off of that, but in a nutshell, it's. I've seen it coming. I mean, I don't. Oh yeah, that's it. I don't think they're gonna fall off or anything from it, but
No, they're not going to fall off.
yeah,
No.
absolutely not. But yeah, this is a long time coming. Like, how come it's taken so long for someone to say something to acknowledge it?
Cause they been getting the money bags under the desk with like them old school money bags, them 8-bit money bags. I just see this big old 8-bit money bag, burlap sack with a 8-bit golden money sign on it under it.
Yeah, or 32-bit money back since PS1 32-bit.
There you go. And Megan, what you think about all this?
Why? Why I think
It-
that there's going to be that they're going to find more skeletons in the closet in the foreseeable future, but it's not
Mm-hmm.
really going to kill them. It's not really going to extremely hurt the I guess you could say brand.
No, that's perfect, Brian.
Hmm.
Yeah, but yeah,
The one.
Personally, I don't think this may go because Romania is technically not part of the EU. Now, if they were part of the EU, did X, Y, Z, and decided to investigate, it would be more. Now, if the EU decide to do it, or CMA, and I'm gonna say something about the CMA later, but if the CMA decided to do it, it would be more realistic for something to happen to them. It would be more, um, for lack of a better term, it would be more serious of an investigation where they would have to probably change some of their business practices. But since it's just Romania, a little small Eastern Bloc company that was part of the Soviet bloc back in the day, I don't think anything is going to become of it. But it does bring note that someone is saying, hey, look at them, they're shady. But until a EU, a CMA, USA, or New Zealand, Australia, any of those countries. Now, but there is a lawsuit that Sony is going through the CMA, I think. But I don't trust anything the CMA does at all.
Uh-oh. New player has entered the game.
Here comes a new challenger.
Last but not least,
Hey, he did not break his word. He is here. He is here.
ladies
What's up,
and
y'all?
gentlemen,
Hey,
OG
welcome, Red Warrior.
Red Warrior has entered the game.
The green elf has shot the food. Okay, I'm done.
Mm-mm.
I
Mm-mm.
did see you. I did see you playing yesterday, and I knew why you were playing. But we'll discuss that tomorrow.
Who that?
You don't be getting online
Mr.
saying
New,
who that.
like, don't come
Who
in here
that.
with that.
What you see me playing?
You were playing. I don't know what you were playing. I saw you on the PC, and I'm like, oh, it's he only on here because it's the first of the month, and I knew why you were on there, but that's okay.
You saying that like I just got my EBT card.
It's the first of the month.
Bonus.
Time to turn on the PC.
Hey, you
I
talking about?
I specifically saw him on there at after 7 o'clock last night, and I fell out laughing.
Like, damn, my late card ain't even turned on yet.
Did you get on it? Did you get on after around 7 something yesterday?
Yeah, I was playing
Okay.
baseball.
Uh-huh. I knew you were on, but I'm
Yeah,
not
he
just.
playing that MLB lately.
Yeah, he loves that.
Yeah, I didn't got on the show now.
That's what you
Okay.
need to stream. If you stream anything, just stream that.
I think I will.
Mm-hmm. Do it. Do it.
But
Friday.
okay, so yeah, you can't do it next week. Did you pre-order? We're gonna get to that, so let's go ahead and move that. Well, we were talking about Sony and all their mishaps, and will they get in Romania being investigated? But a lot of those investigations we're going to get to in a minute because that's going to link up with CMA and all that other trash. And I know you're following some of that, but we're going to get to that next. So, what do you guys think about the Diablo issue with microtransactions? What do you think about these transactions? Microtransactions. And I thought I saw a horse for $20.
What?
For real?
I want to say I
What?
called it.
And I
For
said it.
real?
Heck
I
no.
said, okay. I said, saw a microtransaction. I thought I was looking at somebody else's video, but they were saying it was a microtransaction for a horse armor for $20.
Yeah.
What are your guys' thoughts on the microtransactions?
Let's
I
get
sent you
double.
guys. I think
Let's get
double.
double.
We
He
sent.
ain't. Let's get his point.
I
He's
sent.
charged up.
I sent you guys a link. So what do you think
There we
about
go.
it?
I brought it up.
Oh, I'm like, I see your desktop. Hold on, what you doing?
That's my browser background.
Oh, nice.
You know me. I'm old school about it. I wanna be able to unlock it. $20 for a horse?
I told y'all what was going to happen.
Hecky no.
I said what was going to happen, and it's going to slowly leak into the things with powers. This is the beginning.
It's
Okay,
bad as I
so
want to play this game.
Wow.
Double, what are your thoughts?
Wow.
My thoughts is it look like you're gonna have to put $100 in this game.
That's just skins though.
Let me
Why would
rephrase
you
it.
have to do that?
I said cosmetics.
It's cosmetic.
It's cosmetics.
Right.
Yeah. Why would you want cosmetics that you got to pay for?
I have a question.
Yes,
What's your
Megan.
question?
Yeah.
Is there a way to unlock said cosmetics through gameplay?
That is an
No.
excellent
I
question.
don't think I
No,
don't
they have different stuff you can unlock in the gameplay, and they have stuff that you can buy. But they say you should be able to get decently looking with the stuff you unlock in the game. That's their promise. But the stuff you buy will be separate, and you can only get it through purchasing.
and this game is asymmetric, correct?
As
Yes.
in,
Yes, it's
oh,
asymmetric.
what does that mean though for everyone?
Top
Oh,
top
what
down.
do you mean by that? Yeah,
Top
Top
down.
top
down.
down.
Yes.
Asymmetrical is a different type of thing.
Just in the movie scene, I feel like you hinting at you're not gonna be able to see the horse on the movie.
Exactly.
Because you're gonna be like way up here. So
And okay,
Right.
so
So it doesn't even
sometimes
make
You
sense.
just gotta
okay,
believe that
hold
the
on, hold on,
details are
hold
there.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. This is what my point. They could charge whatever the heck they want to charge if it's cosmetic. I could give a rat's butt. If you charge $100, you charge $1. I'm not buying it. That's how cheap I am. I don't
that's
care.
how I
As
am.
long if the game is fun, which Diablo is, you can look however you want to look. And you can die however with all those good armor suits on, and you can die. And I can have my cheap armor as long as we have the same impact. You can look better than me, all you
Mhm.
choose. I still got more real money in my pocket than you do. You
I
spend
know
all
that's
your real
right.
money in that game.
On the game while I'm spending my money on things that matter,
Right.
like
Now the
savings and vacations.
right. I am I am
I'm just,
I mean, I don't my hope where I'm going with this is that I don't care about the outrage because I'm not going to buy it. If it doesn't impact the game and it doesn't make you more powerful, if it made you more powerful than me,
That'd
then
be
I
a
have a problem
problem.
with it.
Yep.
If it made you advance through the storyline, I have a problem with it. If it did anything outside and you got to a different area of the game that I couldn't, then yes, I have a problem. But if you think that your horse armor is going to look better than my horse armor, I'm just going to say so
I
because
don't, I don't, I don't think
it's
this is the
top
game
down.
that matters in.
It's top down, and it doesn't. I can care less about that, really. Okay, so Jazz, what are your thoughts?
I 1,000,000% agree. Like, as long as it doesn't advance me in the game to pay out of pocket or, get me extra boost or whatever, I really don't care because I know I'm gonna find something in game that I unlock by playing, just like the good
Exactly.
old days. It suits my fancy, and I'm still gonna be kicking ass. Excuse my language, but
Because
no.
I
Booty
can't
cheeks.
even the when I was playing a demo, I had a staff, a major staff,
Mhm.
and the first time the demo came out, I'm like, I got to remember how I got this staff, and then they released it again. I couldn't get the staff, but it's a staff in that game that is off the chain. I'm like, oh my god, I got to find out how I can get that staff because that staff was powerful and it made me. I was having fun.
So give me
So
that
needless to
again.
say, I need to get. I'm looking for that staff. So as soon as the game launch, like I said, I downloaded it. It's already waiting to be played, but I don't have a problem with whatever they're
Oh,
doing
tell
because the game.
Double what he was worried about.
It'll get.
I was about to talk about my purchase after you said, "Yeah, I got it waiting to play," and I was like, "Yeah,
Oh
I know
yeah,
what's up."
Before you
yeah.
get
Double.
Tiger.
I told them. I told Serge that you said that he was going to get that game, and we discussed him getting Street Fighter. Remember that conversation?
Yeah.
OG, and I said, well, he can get that, but I said that I'm getting most definitely Diablo 4, and so I just went ahead and said, I know I'm getting that.
Hey,
Said, well, Serge
Mhm.
needs to get it so we all can play.
it ain't up to me.
Yeah, then I know he said it's gonna be Jazz.
It's
OG
up to
had
Jazz.
already, yeah, OG had already said that.
Yeah. 'Cause, I
Yeah,
got to get my fighting. I got to get my tournament
Yeah.
style fighting done, man. I got
Yeah.
to. Especially after I touched the demo. I touched the demo. That was the
I ain't
mistake if I
touched the
didn't
demo
touch the
yet. I'm
demo.
excited.
Oh my goodness.
I
Oh
I
my
played
purposely
goodness.
I played
waited.
the demo on PC.
I
Nice.
touched the demo. That's what happened. It feel buttery. It feel buttery.
Yeah. I played it. I played it on PC. It's cool.
It's so buttery.
You
I
can have
cannot
butter, margarine,
wait.
all the way you want. I ain't
No,
playing
I
with
I
can't
want
believe it's
butter
not butter.
with jelly and extra bacon on that mud.
Okay.
Turkey if you don't like the pork. We can do turkey,
Oh
whatever.
yeah.
I want
Oh yeah.
extra of it though.
I just
I
couldn't do
want it all.
If
it.
you
I
don't like either one
downloaded.
of them, you get the vegan bacon, and we can put extra on there for you because I ain't touching that.
Hey.
Okay, so we all good with the Diablo 4? Mega, what are your thoughts?
Oh, well, my thoughts. Yeah, it doesn't really bother me. I'm pretty much like you, the one. Um, I'm definitely not gonna ask, my parents to get it.
You're gonna have to get your own money
Yeah,
for
I couldn't stay by.
that.
um, but yeah,
Like,
it's just cosmetics. So
It's about the cosmetics, so like I said, it's not something that I care about.
yeah, I don't even look at that, man. Like,
I
if
mean,
I don't get it along the way, I ain't touching it.
I really don't care about cosmetic stuff. Unless it's something like Halo. Halo. I wish we can get a mecha sub where we can color our Titans and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Well, don't
That's coming.
forget
That's
with
coming.
Halo, each
Armor
piece
Core.
of armor has a separate color, so it's not going to
Right.
color the
And
whole
Right, you
thing.
had to
I
get a
didn't.
whole
I
nother
didn't.
piece of armor and stuff just to get the
Don't
color.
I
forget
didn't.
Get the front door out of here.
that messed
I
me
think
up.
that's what ruined Halo 2 as far as their cosmetics.
Yeah, all the
They got
cosmetics.
That pissed
they
me
got
off.
they got too granular with it, and I'm like, nah, this is too much.
It's
You're gonna
one
get
thing that has cosmetics, but you cannot put the cosmetics of the past in there. Like,
right.
how you putting the past stuff in there that we've been having for decades at this
For
point?
And
decades.
No, you
and
can't. You
then
can't paint your arm orange. That's helmet
right,
orange.
that's right.
Like
And like
what?
I
That's
said,
another thing.
remember you can't design your own anymore. That is what
Nope.
said this.
Yeah.
No,
You can't take that horn piece and put it on that face mask. Nope.
See, that's the stuff that hurts them to me.
mm-hmm.
Rubbing salt in the DLC wound, the add-on wounds.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. They getting too money
Mhm.
hungry.
Oh, so
That's
let's
why they
step
want
back.
these game service games.
Okay, let's step back real quick. I want to get OG's opinion on real quick. What did you think about the Sony
Showcase
The,
grade
the showcase.
with the opinion and grade letter
Yeah.
and number.
I'm thinking of Hearts 5.
Ooh,
mm,
he brought out your average down. Oh,
Yeah, we were all at
that's the
6.
lowest score compared to
Six-
that's the lowest score
6.57.
compared to us
but
because
what would you let him say?
It didn't. It didn't suck. It didn't suck.
No,
But it was
Yeah.
but
mostly
now
third party
you
stuff.
brought our average down. You said 7, so that's about a 6.4 now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
it
he's
didn't suck.
That still ain't bad,
it
right?
wasn't trash. It
Hey,
wasn't trash.
It just
No, it
wasn't
wasn't.
He
exciting.
went super neutral. 5 dead in the middle.
I mean, it's things. I don't know what it is. I always have big expectations for a Sony showcase. They're going to show something that we ain't seen. So, I don't know. No Naughty Dog didn't show nothing. So, it wasn't no big deal. It
Okay,
really
so
wasn't.
let's segue a little bit because this is off topic, but it is topic, but it's kind of off topic. What do you think Microsoft is going to do next week? And that being said, I want to get it out there. Hopefully, if they do the show Sunday, we can get on Sunday and give our opinions around 6 o'clock Sunday. Do a quick show Sunday around 6. Let's just hope.
Hey, you got to keep checking your email, man. You may get that them tickets.
Did you get it?
The Xbox Fan Fest. Not yet. They said on the
Oh,
2nd.
oh, the second. That's tomorrow.
What?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see. But do you know where it is in our city?
Nope. We don't know yet,
I know
which
where
is
it's going to
weird.
be. It's going to, if it
Where?
is in the city, it's either going to be downtown, that at the near the river, not was that right near the Riverwalk, not Riverwalk, but
Okay.
you know the new cinema downtown next to the
North Pier?
yeah, North Pier, right near North Pier, or it's
North Pier be
going,
cool.
or it'll be in Oak Brook somewhere.
Nah, Old Brook, what's up? Navy
Yeah,
Pier
because
be nice.
yeah, Navy Pier would be great, but that and what do you guys think of all this? Do you think, because you know they did a video or a teaser of the glitter going to the Xbox, do you think they're going to show it Fable? And if they don't, were they misleading?
I thought it was already confirmed that they might show Fable, unless that's just a rumor.
No one knows, but did you see it? Did you see the glitter video on Twitter? Did any of y'all see that?
I seen it.
What
The
do you
glitter
think?
video, I didn't get that.
Yeah. It
What
should
do
be
you
in your
think?
Twitter feed. What I think?
Yeah,
I think man, I'm hoping it's Fable, man. But shoot. You got the glitter, you got the music. It sounds like Fable. And Matt Booty wanted to show it off last year, remember?
that's the rumor. He said he did, but I think
He said they had
okay.
enough to show off last year.
Okay. What about you, Serge?
I saw this. I didn't realize what it was because I'm looking
You
at it
must
right now.
you must not have played Fable.
I did play Fable.
When you saw that, you could have just looked at it and you should have said, "Oh, the music had to be on." Then you would have picked it up quicker.
Yeah, the music's
Yeah.
whimsical.
Let me see if I can share this.
Yeah, I have it up here.
Yeah.
I'll play it
you have it?
again.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, just listening to the music.
Because I didn't hear the music, I just saw it and I was just scrolling. And I was like, yeah, whatever. But you know,
I told y'all my Fable story.
but what kind of Fable is it? Because I remember they were trying to make it into some kind of different.
No, it's going to this is going back to the original. That's the thought.
Oh, that? I'm looking at. I just saw the Twitter video.
Yeah, I
I
have it
feel like
playing.
If it's a remake, that'd be dope.
I was about to
Yeah.
say
Okay.
that Fable might be a bit of a stretch. I feel like.
Well, what you
Let me ask
thinking?
you this question. Let me ask you this question, Megan.
Yeah.
I know everyone else. Have you played Fable?
No.
Then you don't have an opinion because you need to play it, then look at the video. So I suggest, since you do
Yeah.
have an Xbox, I
'Cause it's-
think
yeah.
that you need to actually pick up a Fable game today, tonight, tomorrow.
I
Just
think
play
they all in Game Pass.
20. Yeah, they're all in Game
They
Pass. So
are
just
all non Game
yeah,
Pass.
and
Yeah.
pick up. And
No
once you
excuse.
start playing it, and you pick up that you pick up the you pick the controller up, play 30 minutes to an hour, and then you come back and look at that video and say that's Fable. Now, my point of view on this, and I think what Microsoft should have did during all this COVID time, spending all this money, they should have remastered all the Fables while this Fable is being they're doing a new Fable, so they could put it all out in Game Pass, totally remastered for the Xbox Series X and S. Have put it out to new developers, like they're rumored to do that with Gears 5. I mean, not Gears, but all the Gears collection. And I'm not talking about getting it with the HDR and up the frames. I'm talking about a total
A whole
remaster,
remaster.
a whole remaster, putting it redesigned, reprogrammed with the same exact game. They could have did that and had somebody else do it and put that out this year and say Fable is coming out in 2025. That would be great. I think they would knock that out the park because then you have or we're going to put out Fable 1 and 2 this year, Fable 3 next year remastered, and then you will roll right into Fable, the new Fable.
Yeah, that sounds
That
like a good
would be
idea
dope.
to
But
keep the
that
interest, you know?
right, that'll put everybody in the mood to play Fable, and then it would kick off, and then you're feeding the beast of Game Pass. Then you to me they can take some of Sony's thunder and do the same thing, use their chemistry and what they did, because that's all Sony does is they'll take a game and make, okay, we made Last of Us One, Last of Us One update, Last of Us One remake, Last of
New
Us One
skins.
PS5,
Sounds
Last Last of Us One extra. So that's what they do. So I would do the
1.8.
same thing, but and then what would make it even better is that if they did do that and put it in Game Pass, it'll be on the PC as well. That's a whole new audience that will come to. So
It's definitely worth playing, Megan.
yes,
well, that'll
Definitely.
be on my radar in in the future.
Yeah,
right.
unfortunately, that was on my old gamer tag.
Yeah. So you would
Yeah,
have
Oh
to
boy.
all your oh my god,
No,
a lot
rinse
of
and
your
yeah.
play
games.
it again.
That's true too.
True.
He doesn't have his true score. He can earn it back.
Well, you lost half of your gamer score too. But who lives in the past? So let's go on.
Oh, shit.
Waka waka waka.
Waka, waka, waka.
Okay.
He just got over there. Let it be.
Yeah, he after all these years, I don't think he's still over that. So
Mm-mm,
he
Nope.
gonna be
at all. So you
Y'all
gotta
should know this is gonna go
force
on
him
for a
out of the
long
shadows.
time.
That's why you gotta force him out of the shadows like a catfish. Get from under
uh,
that rock.
okay. Let's get to some of the one of the serious ones that I wanted to talk about, and this is going to be I'm putting all these together, so we're going to talk about it overall. One, you guys didn't see that Microsoft, and I don't know if you saw any of it, OG. Microsoft went to court against the CMA in the show when they went to the tribunal, the CAT tribunal, which is the British court to overturn the um, ruling, so to speak, that the CMA came to because they're like it's erroneous. The CMA is not didn't evaluate it. They tried to put cloud gaming in a different space and and they didn't put the right data in there for Microsoft, and they didn't. They overestimated Microsoft's gamers cloud gaming space, and they gave them 70%. And they tried to make the whole cloud gaming space its own separate market, where they had someone do the actual economist or specialist. Even they hired someone to uh, write at their opinion on it, and he was a professor economist, and he said, kind of agreed. Well, the cloud gaming space is not a market within itself. Just like someone gave an example that if you play a DVD or download a movie on a plane or you stream it, are those two different markets? No, it's just a movie, right? Regardless of how you watch it, if you stream it or if you download it to your device. That being said, they went to court and they're trying to set up a court date. In the meantime, you've heard what the European Union said, that cloud gaming shouldn't be a separate market and that we have controls or we made deals with Microsoft to make sure that they offer licenses to everyone. Then the other day, the Korean FTC approved the deal. So everybody approved it except the CMA, and we're waiting on the US. Now there was this rumor came out that Microsoft today through MLEX said, hey, we're just going to say screw the CMA, even though we want to go to court next month. Screw the CMA. We're still going to just cut the UK out the market. That's rumored. If we don't get our way, we're still going to close this deal. And they're just so that's a rumor. But the judge at the tribunal grilled the CMA lawyers, and I wish you guys would have seen that. I sent you guys some clips of what Foss Patton had said, because that man has been following this case, and I have to give him all his props, because he goes through this very meticulously and he interprets a lot of this stuff. He did a good job, line by line, play by play action over the CMA. And I didn't have time because I was getting some stuff done, but you could have listened to it over Teams. So, in essence, the case is going to another hearing on the 20, I think the 12th. And then the case is supposed to start July 24th. Microsoft has to close the deal by the middle of July. So that's where it comes in that, do you think they'll close it? One, my question is this. And I'm going to start with Jazz. Do you think the CMA, after being embarrassed, and with that they may lose it because they keep trying to push the case back over some bogus reason, do you think the CMA will say, okay, we made a mistake, we'll take the remedies that Microsoft put in place for cloud gaming and we'll accept those so the deal can close? Do you think they'll do that? Two, do you think they'll, and also there is rumor that they did collude. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys this. They did collude with well, I'm not going to say they did. It appears that they've colluded with the FTC. Also, the head person of one of the head people that denied the deal used to work for a law firm that represents Sony and Google, who are two proponents of the deal that wanted to block.
And that's not a conflict of interest?
Exactly.
That should have been
And
an automatic.
he should have recused himself, but he didn't. So a lot of this stuff
Yeah.
looks kind of shaky, and that's why I think Microsoft's like saying, "Hey, we didn't get a fair deal. We're just going to leave the UK and move our services over, and we're not going to put our games in there." So, do you think they'll do that? Do you think the CMA is going to come to their senses, or do you think they're because they
I
brought
don't
up the
even know.
FTC and say, so you can see that there is some collusion with the FTC and CMA. So my
Yeah.
point I'm making is, with all this going on, do you think the Microsoft is going to leave the UK if they don't get what they want and just close the deal?
I don't
Or
know.
do you think the CMA is going to try to come to an agreement in the next? I don't think so. I think they're
I
going to try
would
to make
hope.
their opinion final. What are your thoughts?
I would hope that they would come to an agreement soon, because it just keeps dragging over
And that's
shenanigans.
our plan.
Like,
My
like, come on.
that's our plan, because they want the July whatever date to come so they can walk away, and they can pay Microsoft has to pay Activision Blizzard $3 billion. That's why they're trying to push it out to the fall. But the judge, through false patent, like, well, the judge is trying to make this case go really quick, and by giving a case start in July 24th and having a 6-day case and making a decision the 1st of September. So, what are your thoughts on all that, Jazz?
That's a lot that I.
Right, and the U.S. Congress, one of the committees wants to investigate Lena Khan in the House.
Oh boy.
That's the
And
This is a lot. That's a lot to swallow. Jeez. Yeah. I would hope that they come to a deal soon, because like I said, it just keeps dragging. I know that's the plan, but like, part of me is like, will y'all just get this over with already? Like, I don't know.
so do you think Microsoft should close and say, you know what, we'll fight this and we'll leave your country?
I just honestly, I don't feel that. I don't see them doing that. That would be a drastic move. I wouldn't be mad at it, but I'd be surprised.
Okay. OG.
I think I think they will. This is big money. I think they'll leave.
True.
Yeah, I think they will. You got 39 other countries that had already okayed it.
And so,
You
like someone else has said, if they block this deal, so you're saying one country, which I totally don't agree with, one country can stop mergers and stop the rest of the world from doing everything.
Yeah, what
That is
happens to the
Mm-mm.
unprecedented.
actual majority vote? Like
Right.
they just go out the window.
Okay. So
It's other
finish.
actions they said they can take, like LLC.
Right. That's what they said. They'll lead them and just say, hey, you know what? We won't put our games in. We'll move. So what are your thoughts? Go ahead, OG.
So I think Microsoft was bold enough to do it
Okay.
because they want this gaming space really bad. I
Do
think
you
they do.
think the CMA will come to their senses?
I think they will. They doing all this stalling. They talking about lawyers want to go on vacation. Our lawyers may be on vacation.
That
And
was a stalling tactic. And the judge was like,
This
the
and that.
judge told them, no, that's not happening.
No, they ready to get this done and over with. I heard they only spent 4 weeks out of
Right.
a 32-week investigation on
On the cloud service.
cloud.
Because like I said to y'all in the beginning, the cloud was a placebo. The whole point they were saying they use the cloud as a placebo because they were never going to approve the deal. They were never ever going to approve, as I've always stated. I said it and I was right. I said the CMA is not going to approve this deal. They have no intention. It was too much closeness between Jim Ryan, who is British, the CMA. I did not know in the beginning that the guy from the CMA, the head, worked for the Sony, worked for
Mhm.
who was a lawyer, because they should have brought that out way ahead of time. You can't
Mm-hmm.
tell me that that's not collusion. He cannot be objective. There's no way he could be objective, and you're not going to convince me he's objective, especially
Jim,
when the head of the CMA met with the FTC. If you can call that a conspiracy theory, I'm calling it logic. So go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. It sounded like Jim Ryan had some friends in high places, huh?
Hmm. What
But
about you,
yeah,
Jim
sir?
just
yeah.
Oh, go ahead,
I
OG,
think
OG.
I think Sony gonna go ahead and sign that paper, and this thing is gonna be all over with, and the CMA is gonna agree with it.
Let me ask you a question. Before you signed on, did you have a drink before you got online with us?
No. Sony's gonna
Because
sign.
you lost your mind if you
I
think
think Sony's
Sony's
gonna
going.
sign.
Okay. AOG, I mean, Mega, walk around the house and see what your dad drank. That's all I need you to
What's in
do.
that cup?
What's in that
He
cup?
said Sony go sign off on this
Yeah.
after all these
I
lies and
said,
shenanigans they've been doing.
no, he didn't. Like I said,
You
so
know,
you must have had something to drink on that train on the way home.
Jim Ryan got these friends in high places, so I'm
Exactly.
pretty sure they're gonna come. Like you
You said
said,
a chicken's gonna come to roost.
yes,
Okay. Okay.
that's
We'll
what I
see.
think.
Okay. What about you, Serge?
I hope that they will go ahead, even though the CMA acting like they not gonna, because at this point they just acting like a spoiled child. They don't want to admit that they was wrong and just do what was right. They just sticking to their guns.
Exactly.
So shouldn't Microsoft just stick with their guns, just keep going?
Keep going.
That'd be what we gonna say?
I said you're right. Microsoft just keep going. Keep going.
Because what's one country? I mean, they can
Like,
just
we got more.
It sets precedent, and that's a scary precedent.
yeah, it is.
And they keep saying, well, and let me go where Facebook are mad about this company called Gimpy. They paid $500 million, and they sold it back or sold it to somebody for 40 million. And what I was telling somebody, they're like, "Well, you see, they went against the CMA," and I said, "People are not really looking into what they did. They may have bought them for 400 million, but the reason why they bought them and whatever technology that they bought from them, they kept, and they sold what they didn't want the rest of the company off. You get my point? That's like Microsoft saying, okay, we'll buy Activision and we'll sell off a game division we don't like. No different. They
And
probably had some Meta probably had some technology they wanted from Gimpy, and whatever it was, they kept it and they sold the other piece off to make it look like they had a loss and wrote it off and got rid of people because they didn't need the people, they just needed the technology, and that's it. And they kept it and sold the rest they didn't want. And you think they didn't do that, but they did. Uh, so Serge, go ahead again. Or was it double? So I'm sorry. It was Serge,
yes,
right?
sir.
Okay. Good.
Oh, I was done.
Okay. Let's go to Megan. What are your thoughts, Megan?
Oh, well, at this point, they should say yes because, well, they embarrassed themselves long enough and they already dug themselves a hole. Now, now I'm assuming that is this their last chance? Is this the CMA's like, I guess, last chance on agreeing with the deal or not?
It's the CMA saying that the deals can't go through, and that's why they're at their tribunal, which is the judges can give their final say and say, okay, you screwed up, or send it back to the CMA to revise the deal and see what they can come up with. But yeah, let's say it's almost at the final level.
But yeah,
No.
Microsoft is ready to close July 28th.
No, I think it's July 14th. I don't think it's July 28th. I think it's very early in July.
Hmm.
They're finna
Go
close this
ahead,
deal.
Megan. Yeah, go ahead,
Well, at
Megan.
this point, at this point, they should say yes because, like, then a certain branch of like what the UK government went up to them and said, what the heck are you doing?"
Yep, that's also true.
Yeah, so at that point, yeah, saying no
They
would
should be
kind of be
done with these
suicide to
shenanigans.
your saying no would be a suicide to their integrity, really. And also, if they have like one more like excuse, like say no, we can't do this because such and such, then I'm going to lose hope for them. I'm going to completely lose hope. And I'll be
Okay,
like, yeah, they're never going to get this
okay.
through.
And put this down, and y'all take y'all notes because I want y'all to mark this down. Next week they meet June 12th. So the week after next they meet. That's when the next hearing. If they don't come to a conclusion, they, being the CMA, come to say, hey, we're going to try to work something out, they're going to go to court. Okay. And the judge really wants July 24th is when it starts. I think that's when we'll know more. June 12th, we'll see how far they go. But if the CMA doesn't try to come to its senses and make a deal and getting pressure from the UK government, then we're going to court. Okay. And they're still trying to work with the CMA. If the CMA between now and July 1st doesn't try to make an agreement with Microsoft, because those are the two fools that's sitting here, the CMA and the FTC. The CMA needs to make a deal by June 12th, I'm sorry, and the FTC before that court date. And if they don't get either one of them, because what they're doing, the FTC and the CMA are trying to say, okay, we got to hold the line because if both of us can get through, the CMA is thinking, well, the FTC goes to court, we can keep pushing it back. And if we push it back, then that'll make Activision Blizzard say, okay, we can walk away. Microsoft gives us our $3 billion. Microsoft looking like, I'm not giving you $3 billion, which goes into point that says we're not going to give up $3 billion. We'd rather pay fines and technically don't put Call of Duty in the cloud in anybody's in the UK. And if they do that, it's going to cause the chain reaction effect comes in, because I think we're going to get our country saying, wait a minute, we're letting other countries dictate what we do. And that's going to come from the Republicans. I'm just going to tell you where that's going to come from. And I don't. Well, let me say some things. Everybody's not right, but some of the things they're going to say, I can agree with because Lena Khan is out of her freaking mind, and she's the one because Microsoft tried to make a deal with her, and she still won't meet. And I find that to be, and she's a lawyer. So what do lawyers do all the time? When you go to court, you try to get into what? Agreement. No one really wants to go to court.
Here in the
Everybody
background.
tries to come to an agreement. She's refused to hear any side and just shut the door. That shows her, to me, one-sidedness and shows that she should have never been at the top of the CMA. I mean, at the FTC, because she refuses to negotiate. It's either her way or the highway, and she's lost every case. And I blame Biden because he should have stepped in and said, "Hey, you wasting our dollars. If we don't, if you can't make a deal to make yourself look good and Microsoft look good, then why are you here? We can't block all these technological deals." You guys agree?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
my point is that we'll know something next week from the CMA. And my hope, and I'll go with Microsoft. I want them to push come to shove, complete the merger by any means necessary. If that means go to court and do it the long way and saying, okay, we're going to give it to, and I think they are going to, what they're doing is saying, we're going to go to court first. And if it goes the way we want it, we'll close the deal and we're going to get an extension from Activision Blizzard. I think they're going to get a 2 months or 3 months extension to take this court case out. And they're going to say, well, if that doesn't work and we feel as though they're not going to do what we're going to do, we're going to say, we're going to show you. We're going to close the deal anyway. And then they're going to let Lena Khan jump in and try to say she's going to run to the court system to try to block the deal. But that will be after her case in court. And she's not going to have I don't think a judge is going to do it. I'm not a lawyer. I don't think a judge would do it. But again, I'm not a lawyer. And because it's frivolous, nothing she is doing is legal or makes sense. Because if she would have tried to put an injunction, she should have put an injunction in the very first day. But she didn't. So overall, what I think, you see 90%, or if you want to go by people in the world, the UK is how many people in the UK? 50 million, 60 million, as opposed
Around
to
like 60 million.
60 million, as opposed to billions of people that are able to play in countries that approve the deal. The gravity of what the UK is doing is detrimental to them, not everybody else. Microsoft will take a hit, but if I was them, I close that deal and see how I can do it and say, okay, we're going to close the deal, leave Call of Duty and all these things outside of that jurisdiction because we're not going to screw everyone else up because of one country that's going to say, and I don't think any country should be able to have jurisdiction over someone else's country. So if the UK says we can block the deal, you block it in your country. That's the only place you have jurisdiction. These are
Right.
two American companies.
You don't want
You
it?
should.
Fine.
You don't have to have it. Your people are going to be screwed. That's it. That's like saying, well, we're going to outlaw cigarettes, and anybody that we're going to outlaw cigarettes in the U.S. But since we outlawed them, nobody else in the world don't like smoking. Don't smoke. But you can't dictate and tell people what they can do and play somewhere else in the world. Make sense?
Mhm.
Yep. Makes sense to
You
me.
know. So I kind of predict that it's not going to go well. I think Microsoft's going to do their any means necessary route because the CMA doesn't want to listen. I hope they make a deal by June 12th, and I hope with the pressure coming on Lena Khan from Congress, and they call her in the hearing, and they start asking for data and seeing who she met with and when did she meet, and the heat gets to her, and she needs to come to her senses. But again, a lot with power corrupts, and absolute power absolutely corrupts. So she is, to me, corrupt because she's looking for a win whichever way. That's why she's not meeting. She's trying to stall the clock. That's why there was collusion In my opinion, it appears to be collusion with the CMA and the FTC. When you met each other a week before the deal, when this and XYZ happened, and both of y'all refused to talk, and there's lying going on. So, needless to say, everyone, that's what I see. I don't see this happen. I think Microsoft again, and I'm going to say it, and I'm going to be right. Microsoft is going to take this court case, and if it doesn't go the way they want, they are going to exclude the EU. I mean, not the EU, the CMA, and the CMA, Great Britain, and say, have a good day. Call of Duty is not going to come to your place in the cloud.
Well, I
Done.
said
And
good day.
I say good day.
so, those are all our topics. Anybody else has anything?
No.
I'm good.
Okay, so thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. If you're watching and listening, please like and subscribe. Let's do our outros because I'm worn out. I've been up since 2:30.
Be like, I need
Agreed.
some sleep. Rest. Beautiful rest.
So where can we find you, Jazz?
Where can you find me? You can find me here every Thursday with the crew, Gamers DMZ. I also stream on Twitch, so trying to pick up the regular schedule. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, all Jazzymoto. So,
Okay.
yep.
Surge.
You can find me on Facebook under Sir Rich Gaming, Twitter under Sir_Rich. You can find me on YouTube as Sir Rich, as well as on Twitch as Sir Rich. I've been playing that Star Wars on there, so check me out definitely on there. Soon there'll be some Street Fighter too, and then after that it'll be some Diablo. I am sure. Maybe you get the Gamers DMZ Diablo stream going. Who knows what's coming
Yes,
up
that may
next?
be true.
Yes,
That may be
yes.
true.
But yeah, you catch me at all those places.
Okay. OG.
You can find me here every Thursday with the crew. Sorry I was late today, but it's
Hey,
all
you
good.
got to do what
You're
you got to
good.
do.
You're good.
Hey, you made it.
Hey, it's all good.
Okay.
You can also find me on Facebook, All Things Geeky, and that's about it.
All right,
And the
Mega.
one, you make sure you get your beauty rest. Old man need that.
Yeah, I know. So you get yours.
Oh yeah, that's definitely good.
Ha.
Mega. Mega. Where can we find?
Well, I'll say this right away since I know you're gonna say something about it, the one.
You know I am.
Yeah, and I know you're watching on my YouTube.
Thank you.
Now,
Okay.
I should make I should be making like better progress for like my first video since now I could focus on it more since I'm done with some outside stuff. But I know that says, Twitch and Twitter, but the audience doesn't need to worry about that now. So once I get myself, a little a presence on YouTube, then, you'll find me on Twitter and Twitch in the future. Oh, and also you'll find me in the podcast every Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. And yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So we gonna get a video of Zelda.
Oh no, this is something like completely different for like my YouTube channel.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can find me here every Thursday with the crew at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can find me at the one on Xbox, PS, PlayStation Network, on the Xbox Network. Something I'm going to try to start doing, I'm going to encourage all the team to do it with me, is I'm going to try to make sure we're more in scope. I'm going to try to do a video, a daily minute, and talk about a couple of things going on and post it every day or every other day starting next week. And just hopefully next week I'll put a daily video out real quick just to let you guys figure out or see what's going on in the gaming community, and then we'll better attack said topics over the weekend. Hopefully I'll do it one week and then Jazz will do it one week, or one day, and so we can constantly keep stuff out under there on the gamers DMZ. Just a quick minute video of something that Mega could do too, since you're the one who got the most time. Be great for you to do it, but
True.
just a daily dose and say, hey, this is going on. We're going to try to do a quick 5 minute videos just to let you guys say, oh, okay, what is it? What's going on? A little breakdown or what we see going on in the gaming space to keep you guys up to date. So that being said, that's what we do. That's how we roll. Everyone, thank you guys for joining us. Hopefully you'll see us next week, and we'll have. I can tell you what's next week's going to be, so the whole team can get ready. On June 11th is Microsoft Showcase, which is going to be Sunday, June 11th at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, and thus next week we're going to have a focus more or less on what we think it's going to, with also what's going on in gaming, but our whole premise of our focus. So the team knows
Prediction.
that everybody know is going to be our predictions on what we think, what we like, what we want, and what's going on, and we're going to let you guys in on what we think the showcase is going to be about, and what are our number one games we want to see. So we're going to just talk about that first. We're going to have some videos ready because Jazz, we're going to have like videos of what we think is going to be ready. So we're going to send Jazz emails about Monday or Tuesday so she can find them just in case, or examples of them, so you guys can see the games we're predicting it's going to be. That's going to be a real interesting. We're definitely going to focus on what we think, and then hopefully everyone can get together Sunday around 6 p.m. Central Standard Time if we can, or 7 at the latest, but I'll prefer Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time if everyone's free, that we can get into a quick 60-minute show and talk about what we like, what we dislike, because that'll give us time to take some of the videos that they show and discuss what we like, what we didn't like. It'll be nice. So you guys please join us next Sunday at 6 p.m. Not this Sunday, but July 11th, 6 p.m. And that's it. And with that being said, we're gonna let Serge take us out.
All right, y'all. Everybody say holla, holla, holla,
Holla,
holla,
holla,
holla, holla,
holla.
holla, holla at us.
Let me holler at you.